Santiago de Compostela, mythical city of dreams, the end point of all roads and the origin of new ones. Field of stars and sea of stone, where rivers of legend run together. The city of Santiago de Compostela appeared in the 9th century to receive and accommodate pilgrims who came to the place where the tomb of the Apostle St. James was traditionally located. And so began the great cultural and social phenomenon that has lasted strongly up to the present day, the Camino de Santiago, and so making Compostela a spiritual center for Christianity. Since its early days, the thousands of pilgrims who came to Galicia brought with them the artistic influences that reigned in Europe. And this is how the marvel of Galician Romanesque came about, with the city of Santiago as its finest exponent, and its Portico de la Gloria, the culmination of medieval art. On its 3 arches, the figures sculpted by the artist Mateo show Christ flanked by the evangelists and surrounded by the ancients with zithers and goblets filled with perfumes. St. James, a model of harmony and gravity, stands atop the central marble column. Romanesque's typical rigidity here becomes exquisite finesse, both in the presentation of the different characters of the sculptural composition and in the details of their clothes and musical instruments, creating a mystical, religious atmosphere. The economic and artistic development that Compostela saw during the Middle Ages gave rise to a historical and monumental complex that is unique in the world, now declared World Heritage. Plaza del Obradoiro is the heart of the city. The spirit that surrounds it is more noticeable here, as it perfectly harmonizes different architectural styles. From Romanesque to Renaissance, through Baroque and Gothic. And nobody better than visitors themselves to explore the city just like any other pilgrim, to understand the charm of its streets and sights, journeying through its history or watching the spectacular flight of the Botafumeiro in the aisle of the cathedral transept, a ceremony as old as the building itself. Santiago bewitches you from the first visit. Churches, palaces, and museums bear witness to a culture that blends in with the hustle and bustle of squares and boulevards. The image of a young, lively city that the University of Santiago, one of the oldest in Spain, has always managed to give Compostela. And afterwards, lose yourself. Stop off and try a little octopus, a little Ribera wine, and any other delicious type of seafood. Santiago's museums are a reflection of the city itself, and exploring them helps to understand its past and culture. In the different halls of the Cathedral Museum, you can see exhibits ranging from a major collection of tapestries to medieval sculptures and archaeological remains from the successive reforms to the Basilica. The Galician People's Museum displays the very soul of this land and the daily life of its people. And if you would like to see the latest artistic trends, nothing better than a visit to the Contemporary Arts Centre. Rain forms a part of Santiago's landscape. Here, it becomes music as it falls on roofs and mingles with the granite of the streets, creating a magical, unique atmosphere in squares and corners. The choice will be hard, but always right. Whether fish, shellfish, meat or wine, Galician produce is as varied as its cuisine. And in Santiago, you can find the finest example with cooking that is traditional and at the same time innovative. And for resting, the finest option is to fall under the charms of the luxurious rooms of the tourist parador Hostal de los Reyes Católicos. What was once the Royal Pilgrims' Hospital in the 15th century now combines the elegant, simple style of its patios and halls with the most modern facilities. And when night falls on Santiago, you have the pleasure of wandering its streets and discovering the other side of a city concealed behind the street lights. Or find peace and pleasant company while entertained by good music. And then feel the contagious good humor that invades Compostela in times of fiesta. An open window on history. The eternal city, Santiago de Compostela. Come and see for yourself.